All right, you guys, as the NFL season is vastly approaching, week 1 is right around that corner, and the Arizona Cardinals will be taking their talents over to the Tennessee Titans, and they will be clashing in the first game. But we're going to talk about the run game, and we want to talk about it exclusively on this channel. All right, guys, Derrick Henry is coming off a phenomenal football season last year, rushing over 2,000 yards. Derrick Henry has become the 8th running back in NFL history to be able to eclipse that. He rushed for over 2,027 yards to be exact. And also, he's alone company side with guys like O.J. Simpson, Eric Dickerson. Eric Dickerson still holds the record for 2,105 yards rushing. Nobody has been able to break that record since 1984. It's still an NFL record, so it's still to be broken. Barry Sanders, Terrell Davis, Jamal Lewis, Chris Johnson, and Adrian Peterson are in the 2K club. No other running back in NFL history has been able to do the things that these guys have been able to do, and that's being able to rush over 2,000 yards. That is a tough feat to do in any time of history. But let's talk about Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry carried the football for 378 times for a whopping 2,027 yards with 17 touchdowns on the ground. He averaged per game 126 yards. He also averaged on the season 5.4 per carry. He was targeted 31 times out of the backfield. He caught 19 receptions for 114 yards. No receiving touchdowns in 2020. And he also he also had all-purpose yards of 2,141 yards from the line of scrimmage. So pretty much we know that Derrick Henry is an elite running back, and the Cardinals will have their hands full of being able to stop Derrick Henry. He brings it every game, and it's going to be a tough game for the Arizona Cardinals. I really got to say that because the Cardinals are coming in with two young linebackers who the Cardinals are expecting big things from this season. Definitely expecting a breakout season for Isaiah Simmons, and definitely you want the same thing for Zaven Collins to be a guy that hits the ground running from day one. And if those guys pick up really well, man, they're going to have to try to stop the run game of the Tennessee Titans and try to slow down Mr. Derrick Henry on Sunday, because we know that Derrick Henry is an elite running back. He has won the rushing title 2 seasons in a row. One season, he hit 1,500 yards with 16 touchdowns. So Derrick Henry is an elite running back, and if not the best running back, he's definitely in the class alongside the best running back. So I gotta say right now, Derrick Henry is the premier running back. He's done it back-to-back seasons. So this is a guy that you're gonna have to try to slow down. You're gonna have to try to bring Buda Baker up to try to slow him down as well. Whatever you could do to try to contain him and limit him in that backfield. Now, when it comes to catching the ball out of the backfield, he's not really elite at doing that. They don't really target him as far as throwing the ball to him a lot of the backfield, but every now and then he may catch a pass out of the backfield. Now, when you look at the Arizona Cardinals, the Cardinals are starting Chase Edmonds. Chase Edmonds, we know who he is. He's been a part of the Cardinals for a very long time, and now he's finally been given the keys to drive, and the Arizona Cardinals are really going to see what they have in Chase Edmonds. Now, in 2020, Chase Edmonds carried the ball 97 times for 448 yards rushing. He had 1 touchdown on the ground. He averaged about 28 yards per game, and then he averaged on carry per carry 4.6. So not bad for a number 2 running back last season, playing alongside Kenyon Drake, who almost rushed over 1,000 yards. I think he was like 45 yards short of rushing over 1,000, but now Kenyon Drake is with the Las Vegas Raiders. So Chase Edmonds is very elite when it comes to catching the ball out of the backfield. I think that he holds the edge over Derrick Henry when it comes to catching the ball out of the backfield. He was targeted 67 times last season, and he caught 53 receptions for 402 yards out of the backfield with 4 touchdowns in the air. He also had a whopping 850 yards from the line of scrimmage. So we're pretty much seeing that Chase Edmonds is a guy that can do it all. He's a dual threat type of running back. He can slash you up, and he can do some things with the football in his hands. But giving him the keys and giving him his opportunity is definitely, because the opportunity is knocking for him to see what he's going to be able to do. I just can't wait to see if he's going to prove me wrong as far as how good he is, because I did not see Chase Edmonds as a #1 running back. Now, I know everybody deserves that opportunity. He's going to get his opportunity. So hopefully Chase Edmonds will prove me wrong that he is a guy that can handle the workload. But they also have a guy in James Conner who they brought in who is more incapable of handling the workload. He has been a Pro Bowl running back. And James Conner has pretty much carried the ball last season in 2020, 169 times for 721 yards, for 6 touchdowns. He averaged around 55 yards per game. He also had 4.2 per carry. He was targeted 43 times with 35 receptions and 215 yards with 0 touchdowns in the air. So James Conner is more than durable, and he is a player that can also slash you up too. So the Arizona Cardinals will be using a run-by committee with running back Chase Edmonds and running back James Conner. They will be splitting the carries, and definitely James Conner is more than capable of handling the workload. He did it in Pittsburgh, and he was the backup for Le'Veon Bell for a while, and then he finally got his opportunity, and he made the most of it and ended up becoming a Pro Bowl running back in 1 season. So the jury is still out on whether Chase Edmonds can be that solid #1 running back, but we'll see on Sunday what he brings to the table. We'll see what James Conner brings as Chase Edmonds gets his first career start as the Cardinals running back, and James Conner will be backing him up. So I can't wait to see what type of 1-2 combination punch they're going to bring in Tennessee, because Tennessee is definitely loaded when it comes to running that football. They are very good at it, and Derrick Henry is the king of doing it. All right, you guys, I'm out of here till next time. Peace.